Hello and welcome to the Wealth Wednesday show. We are super excited to have you join us today. We believe you have been well and that you are in good health. Tonight, we are super excited to be discussing one of the frequently asked questions, which is which passive income or what passive income idea can I start to be able to make that extra coin? We all want to make money while sleeping. We want to live a comfortable life without having to worry about money. And one way to do that is by creating multiple passive income streams that allow you to make money without having to work for it that hard. It doesn't have to be always working too hard for something. It's more of working smart. So we have a very amazing guest all the way from Ghana. His name is Peter. He's going to take us through how to come up with passive income ideas that are feasible and viable, especially for us millennials. And we are coming into the next year, so you need to be prepared to know what kind of things or what are some of the things you might consider taking part in. So, Peter is a business coach, he's also a financial literacy advocate, and he is also an award-winning author. He's gonna tell us more about himself. So, Peter, feel welcome and tell us a little bit more about you.
Hi, Sheila. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am very grateful for this opportunity. Anytime I get the opportunity to share the message of financial literacy and financial independence, it gets me excited. So I'm Peter Kwejo Asare-Nyako. I'm a financial literacy advocate and educator. And it's my life purpose to help people better manage their personal finance. So all I do is I empower people, I coach people, I mentor people, and I guide people to apply smart money principles to better manage their personal finance. So basically, that is what I do.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for such a profound introduction. Now, we'll get in right away because of time. Now, Peter, in your own words, how would you define passive income?
Okay, thank you very much. Passive income to me is making money without much effort. So I always say that as an individual, you need two professions, one for you and one for your money. So passive income is mostly the income one makes consistently for putting money to work. The income you make for putting money to work. So in a nutshell, I would say passive income is money that flows in on a regular basis without requiring any substantial amount of effort to create it. So you have built a system and the system keeps on giving you money. You have built a process and the process keeps on giving you money. That is what we term as passive income. It is not your primary or the income you get from your profession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. I was actually about to ask you, can someone say that their salary or their paycheck is passive income? But you just mentioned it's money you get without putting in much effort or putting without putting any effort in it because you've built a system. I love the fact that you said you've built a system because it's that system that is able to regenerate more money without
Sure.
you having to
Sure.
really stress more about it. Now, we have in our current generation, we've seen a lot of millennials going about starting businesses, various businesses, especially using the current social media platforms, especially TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Now, which is a very good thing. But again, you find the same entrepreneurs, they are failing when it comes to handling money. So what are some of the financial tips you'd give to such kind of people?
Okay, this is really a great question.
Mm.
When you look at young entrepreneurs, we are passionate about what we do and we make some money, but because we are not able to better manage our money, we end up losing the money. So these are some of the tips I think every entrepreneur should actually practice. So first of all, they should understand and know the difference between their personal finance and their business finance. They should know the difference between their personal finance and their business finance. And then they should separate their personal finance from their business finance. So most of the times we tend to combine the two, and that is a huge challenge when you want to take your business to the next level. I also talk about the fact that we need to diversify our income and investment. So as a young entrepreneur or as a millennial who is into entrepreneurship, you need to diversify your income. So any income that comes to you, you need to put them into different ventures so that when one is going down, one will be picking up for you. So they need to diversify our income and investment. I also share with them the need to have an emergency fund. Yes, young entrepreneurs should have an emergency fund. They should create avenue where they can fall on when something happens to their business or when an opportunity comes up. As entrepreneur, sometimes there's an opportunity and you need money to seize that opportunity. But because you haven't been able to create any emergency fund, then you don't know where to get access to the money to seize that opportunity. So once we create an emergency fund, anytime there's an opportunity to seize, we have access to some funds. And anytime something happens to our business, we also have access to funds. And then I also talk about seek out useful and relevant tax advice. As entrepreneurs, we cannot avoid taxes. And so it is important that we seek out professional tax advice. We go to professionals who can help us put our tax plan together so that we don't pay much taxes than we are supposed to pay, or we don't get ourselves into trouble. So it is important that we get tax advice. Another tip I will share is we need to keep our business budget. It's important. Yes. We need to keep our business budget, and then we need to maintain a healthy credit score.
Yeah.
Yes. If you want a loan, banks will want to look at your credit score. And it is important that entrepreneurs keep a healthy credit score. And finally, we should keep our eyes on interest rates. So we need to ask ourselves, is interest working for us or working against us? So as an entrepreneur, you need to get to a point where interest is working for you. You should get interest on your investment. You shouldn't be always paying interest to credit union, to the banks, and you should also create a system where you get interest on your investment. Yeah.
That is amazing. Actually, you spoke about interest, and I just remembered, interest is a double-edged sword, whereby it can work for you or it can work against you. And I like the fact that you mentioned you should not be paying interest only because of loans all the time. You should also make interest work for you by doing investments that are going to earn you income through interest. And it's a good thing that you have highlighted that entrepreneurs also need to consider investing, because most people think, as an entrepreneur, I don't need to think about investing. I'm just gonna do business, 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 and that's it. So now we've spoken on how entrepreneurs can manage money from the businesses they are running. Now we come to this person. entrepreneurs included. But this person who is like, oh, I need to have passive income that is profitable. We are in a world where we love guarantees,
Sure.
and warranties. I want to be guaranteed I'll get this amount of money or return. So, what are some of the most profitable passive income ideas you can recommend for millennials and everyone out there?
Okay, thank you very much. For millennials, I think we are in a digital era. And so for you to make passive income, it has become easier to make passive income. But yes, there's a lot of work behind it. But once you put in the effort, you'll be able to make passive income. And some of the ideas I can share with millennials is taking advantage of the digital world. Now, YouTube is one of the best way you can generate passive income. Once you have, if you are good at something, if you know something, you can create creative videos and upload them on YouTube. And then you leverage ad revenues. So the more people watch your videos and the ads, the more you are being paid. So I think millennials should take advantage of the digital world and then make use of their YouTube channels, create YouTube accounts, and take advantage of the ad revenues. I also talk about affiliate marketing. This is common in the digital world. Everyone and even our grannies are doing it. Yes. So, it is one of the best ways to create passive income. So, for example, you can promote your book on Amazon and you keep on making money from it. You can promote a fashion wear. You can promote a watch. You can promote a bracelet on the affiliate marketing platforms such as Amazon and others. And what you do is you have to sign into some of these platforms and generate your affiliate link. And then you share this link on your social media, on your WhatsApp status for people to actually buy your products. So once you promote it and people get to know about it, you can be sleeping and someone will be buying your book on Amazon. So you are sleeping, yet you are making money. You are making passive income. And once your book is on Amazon, it keeps on bringing in the money. So millennials should take advantage of affiliate marketing and put their products up there. I also talk about if you are an author, if you're a speaker, consider writing an ebook and uploading them on digital platforms. Consider packaging your presentations and putting them on digital platforms where people can subscribe and get access to it, where people can buy them online. You are making passive income. And I also talk about online courses. If you are an expert in a field, let's say you are a mechanic, let's say you are a business coach, you can create videos out of your profession, out of your passion, and upload them for people to subscribe and watch. You'll be making money. And then one of the most important thing I want to talk about is investing in income generating assets. Income generating assets. This is one of the best way to generate passive income. When you buy a rental property, people, you rent out an apartment and your tenants pay you monthly income. This is passive income. You get it monthly. You go into transport business. You buy a car. You plug into Uber. You plug into Bolt, and this keep on bringing in money. You start a business. Start a business for the business to become a mainstream. So mostly I say business It's something you don't necessarily need to work in. So you create a business. If you are not there, the business is working for you. So once you work in your business, it's no more a business, it's a job. So you need to create a business where you are not working in the business. Other people are taking care of it for you and it's making you money. So you are earning passive income. And then let me talk about side hustle. Side hustle as a way of generating passive income. Be known for something of value. Millennials should be known for something of value. Be a reference point for a service or a product. What service or product comes to mind when people mention your name? When your name is being mentioned, what service or product comes to mind? Once you get to a point where people can recognize you with a certain service or product, you will automatically generate passive income. Because anytime someone is looking for that product, they will come to you and they have to pay you for that. So let's build our capacity. Let's be a business and build a business. So you need to become a business and build a business. We can also talk about investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, investing in buying shares. These are all forms of investment that will give you passive income. But the most important one I want to emphasize on is be known for something. Be a reference point for a service or a product. And once you do that, you'll keep on generating passive income.
Amazing. I like that last line where you said be known for something. You know, when I was growing up, there's this place, if you were new getting to that city, there's this specific building you'd be told, find me there, or get there, then ask direction from there. So that building was a reference point. And,
Sure.
every time you'd mention that city, then people would just remember that building. So it was a reference point. And I like to bring it, to tie it up with what you just said. Let people know you for something. If they mention your name, there is a certain product or service they can associate it with you, which also comes to like building your brand. What would you want people to know you about? And since we are really focusing on the millennials, I really would urge most of us, especially on social media, instead of just, I'm not saying posting memes is bad, but utilize that space. Whatever you're good at, if you're good at a certain product, maybe it's baking cakes, let people know you because of those cakes or whatever you do online. So let people know you because of a specific
Sure. And
product
let me
or
say this.
service.
Sure. And let me say this. We need to be intentional about how we use our social media. So when you go to
Yeah.
my social media, I am very intentional about it. And I make sure everybody in my circle knows what I do. Because if someone needs my service and I'm not around, the people there can easily point them to me. They can make a reference. So it's important we become intentional and conscious about some of these things.
Absolutely. Actually, I think it's one of the way we connected because I saw what you're doing, and I got interested in what you're doing. So being intentional is something, of course, we really need to be, because some people think like, people don't need to know what I do. They'll just see the product. And another thing I noticed with most of us, we don't want to tell people what we do or what we are good at. So you just walk in a room, you just keep quiet. I mean, people are not
Yes,
angels. They'll not notice like this one is
sure.
good at this. You have to speak out.
Yes, I think it's part of us. When we were growing up, we are not allowed to talk to strangers. Oh, don't talk to him, he's a
Yeah.
stranger. So it has become part of us. But I think we need to break
True.
that. We need to break that convention and come out with new ways of doing things. You need to network with other people. You need to connect with people, because
Yeah.
the money you are looking for is in someone else's pocket. So you need to find that person and
You need to find a way of making that person give it to you. I
sure.
believe even some people's their prayers have already been answered, but the fact that they don't speak out or they don't tell people what they do, then it appears like their prayers are not being answered at all. But already it has been answered. It's only that you need to be bold and courageous and speak about yourself. Now you've mentioned quite a number of passive income streams that millennials should consider, and most of them, as you're just saying, I noticed they don't require so much capital. Some of them you can actually start uh, with anything, so long as you have a smartphone and you can get to a Wi-Fi place, you
Sure.
can start it. So what are the factors to consider? There are some certain things we need to check before you can start. So what are some of the factors that one should consider when looking into a passive income idea?
Okay, so I would say one, it starts with you, the person.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with you. Self-education.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Franklin once said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So if you want to earn passive income, you need to build capacity for that. You need to develop
Yeah.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And so, number one factor millennials need to consider when they want to earn passive income is
Mm-hmm.
their self-education. They need to invest in themselves. They need to build capacity for that. If you want to do a YouTube videos, they need to learn about it. You need to know what goes into it. If you want to start a business, learn about it, know what goes into it before you proceed. And once they do that, I think they will excel. And the second factor they need to consider is time. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
Everything takes longer than you think. Everything you want to do or you want to achieve takes longer than you think.
Oh,
And
okay.
it takes 30 years to be 30 years old.
Yeah, true.
Yes, and nothing
Yeah.
happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So millennials should give time some time. They need to consider the
Mm-hmm.
time factor. They need to put in the work and play the long game. Play the long game. Because once you become
Mm-hmm.
consistent about that, once you put it in your mind that the YouTube channel that I'm starting, I know it is going to take a lot of time for me to realize my hit my target. I think
Mm-hmm.
when it becomes tough, you will still stick to it. So time is one of the factors millennials need to consider. And the third one I would say is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. So you need to discipline yourself and commit to it wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you must be prepared to live your life like nobody wants so that you can live a life anybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Repeat
so
that.
you must be prepared to live a
Mm-hmm.
life nobody wants
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so that you can live a life anybody wants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you are starting something,
Mm-hmm.
it will be tough. And sometimes people will be
Yeah.
like, why not give up? Oh, stop this. This won't work out. But because you know where you are going, because you know the end
Mm-hmm.
result, you still
Mm-hmm.
stick to it. And once you come out successful, people will be like, wow, I want to be like this guy. But initially,
Yeah.
they saw the process as a difficult one, as something that you cannot embark on. But when you become successful in it, everybody will admire you for that. So consistency is key. And the final factor I'll talk about is capital.
Mm-hmm.
Capital. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be deceived. Don't be deceived. It takes money to make
Mm-hmm.
money. It
Oh, yeah.
takes money to make
True.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you either make the money yourself to make additional money, or you build social capital and leverage your social capital to realize your dream. So there's this statement that your network determines your net worth. So if you cannot make the money yourself, then you need to build social capital. You need to connect right. You need to hang around the right people, so that when you have a brilliant idea, when you have a product, when you have a service that you want to bring it out, you can fall on these people to invest into your idea. Yes, so it takes money to make money. It's either the money is coming from you or the money is coming from the social capital you have been able to build. Yeah, so these are the factors I will say millennials should consider when they want to embark on a passive income stream.
Wow, I like the line or the sentence that you said, do what nobody wants to get what anybody wants. Most people don't want to build. They don't want to start the foundation work, which is tiresome. And, I don't want to say it's dirty, but it's really demanding. But when you are up there, when people see the glory or they see you are rising, they want that, but they don't want the work that is involved in there. So I like that sentence. It really matters, makes more sense, especially to us. We are a very quick generation. At the touch of a button, I've connected with you in Ghana. At the touch of a button, I can warm my food. At the touch of, at the click, I can call a taxi. So everything has been so fast that we are forgetting building certain things. It has to take time. Even
Sure.
growing up takes time, to get to that, you have to wait for 30 years.
Sure.
Now we
Sure.
go to the,
Sure.
there's this word that most people tend to say, it's trending. This is what is trending. Now I know, even when it comes to financial world, there are certain things that are trending. So what are some of the things that you have noted amongst millennials that are trending, the financial trends amongst millennials, and what opinion would you give?
Okay, so financial trends. I would say the number one trend I have
Mm-hmm.
seen or I have observed is the fact that a lot of millennials have dreams. They have
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
huge dreams, but they do not have goals.
Mm-hmm.
They have financial dreams, but they do not have financial goals. So
Yeah.
everybody wants to own the biggest apartment. Everybody wants to travel around the world. Everybody
Mm.
wants to acquire the nicest thing in life, and that is awesome. That is good. Everybody wants to
Yeah.
ride the four-wheel drives. That is perfect. But when you go ahead and you find out, so how are you going to achieve this? Then it becomes an issue. So yes, they have the dreams, but they don't have goals. And there's a huge difference between a dream and a goal. So I always say that a financial dream is something you hope for. Oh, I hope for this. Something like fantasy. We all want it. Everybody wants it. But a goal is something you have planned for. Something you have planned for. And it is the goals that will help you realize your dreams. So if you don't set financial goals, you can't achieve your nicest dream. You can't achieve your fantastic goal. So yes, the trend is that, oh, we have dreams. If you ask any millennial, he will say, oh, I have dreams. I want to do this. I want to do that. But let's put them into action. Let's set goals for them. Let's break them down. Let's set long-term goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals. And once we do this, we will be able to realize our dreams. And the second trend, just like you said, millennials want to get rich quick.
Oh yeah.
Number two, everybody wants to get rich quick. And just like I said, everything takes longer than we think. And so I say millennials are suffering from the get rich quick syndrome. Everybody wants to get rich quick. The truth is, get rich for sure. is more important than get rich quick. And so millennials should build a strong foundation. They should go through the process. They should take it one step at a time. They should develop themselves. They should build capacity. And once they do that, they'll be able to build a foundation. And with a foundation, you will build enough wealth. So millennials shouldn't be in a hurry to get rich. And the next trend I see among millennials is that we spend to impress people.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to wear the nicest outfit. Everybody wants to own the nicest phone, the latest phone, iPhone, and all that to just impress other people. But my advice would be we should spend to invest, not to impress other people. How do we spend to invest? We should give our money a mission. So let's say if you want to buy this attire, you should have a mission for it. Why do I want to buy this attire? So any money that goes out of your pocket must have a mission. And once we start doing that, we will not be impressing other people, but rather we'll be investing our money. And the final trend I will talk about is the fact that millennials think retirement is 40 years away. So everybody don't think about it.
That is true.
Retirement is 40 years away. Oh, we don't want to think about it. We don't want to think about it. Yes, it's true. Retirement is 40 years away. But you need to prioritize your financial independence. Millennials need to prioritize their financial independence. Because once you become financially independent, it will be easy for you when you hit retirement age. So if you are not interested in retirement, we understand. But we are saying prioritize your financial independence and it will be well with us. Yeah.
It shall be well. Anyway, you mentioned about something to do with retirement, and this is something I've seen. Some people, they don't want to invest in retirement financially, so they decide to give birth with a kid as their retirement plan.
Sure.
So what is your view on that? What would you say to such a trend?
Yes, so in April this year, we did the first financial literacy month in Ghana. And we had a community outreach. So we went to one of the marketplaces in Ghana and we did a survey. So we were asking these market women, do they have retirement fund? Do they have investments? And most of their response was that their kids are their investment. Their kids will come and look after them. And I was like, wow. So our parents made a mistake. They didn't plan for their retirement. And listening to them, looking at their situation, you realize that they are going through a lot of financial frustrations. And so it is important that we think about our future. We think about how we are going to live our life once we have exhausted this energy. Now we are youth, we are strong. Today, if you spend all your money today, you can go out there and make money. But a time is coming, your strength will reduce, everything about you will go down. And so where will your money be coming from? This is the time to plan for that. So retirement is important and financial independence, it's also very important.
Absolutely. They usually say, don't wear your tomorrow's clothes today, because tomorrow you'll have to walk naked. And you can imagine if God will grant you 100 years on earth and you retire at 60, those 40 years, will you still be able to maintain that lifestyle that you've been living for 60 or 30 years. So retirement planning is one very important topic, and I think we can come back together with the other experts to just talk about retirement with the
Absolutely.
focus on the audience being the youths, because for sure it's sometimes tempting to think like, 10 years is far away, 30 years is far away, but before you know it, the people who are like 15 years in the 90s, they can't believe we're in 2021 now. They are much more older. So I think retirement planning is something we can talk about in the near future. Now,
Sure.
and of course, people should not make kids their retirement plan.
Not at
It
all.
happens, but it should stop with us.
Not
It
at
should
all.
stop with us. Yeah, we
Sure.
shouldn't repeat the same mistake that we've
Sure.
seen in our society. Now,
Sure.
we are almost coming to the end of this show, and to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. We would want you to share with us in the comment section what are your thoughts about passive income streams. If you have any question, this is the time to ask Mr. Peter. He's going to address the questions as we come to an end, as well as give us your thoughts about retirement planning, and what do you think about you making money while sleeping? Now, back to you, Peter. In finance and business, you say everything involves risk. You know,
Sure.
some people say life is a risk. Now, what are some of the risks or common risks that are associated with passive income stream? And for this one, you just highlight the major risk that cut across most of the passive income streams.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'll say passive income is subject to the total market risk.
Mhm,
So that include stock market risk. So if you are investing in the stock market,
mhm,
you need to understand that the higher the returns, the higher the risk. And so if you are going in for high risk investment, if you are going in for high profit, then your
mhm,
risk will be high. So stock market risk is subjected to passive income. Then another risk is purpose risk. Purpose risk. So let's say you are starting your own business, you are starting a YouTube channel, you are starting a passion.
mhm,
There's a lot of mental, emotional, and spiritual risks that is
mhm,
associated to it. And so you need to develop your mind, you need to develop your spirit, you need to develop
mhm,
your emotions to be able to handle this risk. And then
mhm,
we can also talk about inflation. Inflation is also one of the risks that catch up with our passive income. Yes.
mhm,
We can also talk about taxation. That is
mhm,
also a risk that catch up if you start a business and your business is
mhm,
bringing in money, you need to pay your
mhm.
tax. So tax is also
Yeah.
associated with passive income
Mhm,
risks. And then final thing I'll talk about is the emotional
mhm,
investing. Emotional
mhm,
investing is also a risk. So let's say
mhm,
you want to have another passive income and a
mhm,
friend called you and said, "Oh, I know this investment, it gives high
mhm.
returns." And then you follow your emotions, you put your money in thinking you will be earning passive income, and boom, you lost your money.
Yeah. Mhm,
So it's also a risk. Hearsay, listening to people
mm,
to invest your money and then
mhm,
panic. Sometimes
mhm,
you are earning a passive income and something happens because of panic,
mhm,
you just have to go
mhm,
in and withdraw your money. So these are some of
mm.
the risks that are associated with passive income stream.
And how can we mitigate such risks?
Okay, so I would say you have to know your risk
Mhm,
tolerance.
mhm,
So you have to know yourself. Okay, so if I lose, let's say $10, how do I feel?
mhm,
If you're
mhm,
someone who do not care, who it doesn't bother you, then you can handle that kind of risk.
mhm,
And also, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So in my earlier suggestion, I spoke about the fact that you need to diversify. So you need to diversify your investment so that you can avoid some of these risks. And always you need to seek expert advice. If you want to go into investment, you have investment advisors, you have financial planners, people that can walk you through the journey so that you don't make mistakes. Because there are a lot of things you need to consider before you put your money at risk. For example, if you want to if you want to do an investment, you need to know how your money is going to earn, your investment is going to earn you money. And there are three ways that your investment can earn you money. It's either you are earning income, that is dividends, interest, commission, it gives you income. And it's either you are in for growth. So you want your investment to grow over time. So for example, if you buy an IPO, if you buy a share, you may want to leave it there so that it will grow over time. If you start a business, you want your business to grow over time. And then another benefit you can get is tax rebates. So for instance, if you in some countries, if you invest in certain aspects, government gives you tax rebates. If you invest in real estate, affordable housing. So you need to know all these things and decide where or how much risks you want to take. Yeah. So there are things you need to know before you put your money at risk.
I like that. Actually, knowing your risk tolerance level is very, very important when it comes to money and investing, especially, because I have had clients who they lost a certain amount of money and they couldn't sleep for a whole week. They're thinking about that money, and one thing leads to another. While there are others who it's okay, they move on. So knowing your risk tolerance is very important. And also, I think you mentioned something very nice: emotional. I would say emotional stability or intelligence, whereby you're not easily swayed by hearsays or
Sure.
because pyramid schemes and Ponzi's, they dwell on such. They play with your emotions, you
Sure.
know, um, so they take advantage of that. But when you have learned to master your emotions, then you would be able to be good at managing your money. So, Peter, we are coming to the end of the show. Maybe someone would want to connect with you, get in touch with you. How can they find you, and where can they get your books? Because I understand you're also an author.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So if you want to find more about my social work, so I'm the executive director for the Center for Financial Literacy Education Africa, and it's a not-for-profit organization that is significantly improving financial awareness and financial literacy in Ghana and Africa. And so if you want to find out, you go on our website, www.cfleafrica.org. And on social media, CFLE Africa, you will find out. And then I also run a consulting firm. So PKAN Capital Consulting. And we focus on personal financial planning and coaching, group financial planning and coaching, business planning and development. And if you want to get in touch, you can just Google Peter Kweju Asari Nyako and all my info will just pop up. And on social media, Peter Kweju Asari Nyako, you'll catch me on social media. And yeah, we will build a strong financial foundation and we will take care of our future, because I believe we have to do tomorrow things today. We need to prepare for our future today. And you cannot take money out of life. Money is part of our life. And so the money conversation must keep on going if we really want to take charge of our finances.
Absolutely. I will just attach the links to your social media platforms as well as website to this live show at the end. And thank you once again for coming in and sharing with us your wisdom. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much for your time. To our audience, thank you so much for sticking with us till this time. We hope you've learned something about passive income and you are going to put it into action. Do well to share this link with your friends and family, as well as let us know in the comment section what other passive income idea or what passive income idea have you tried and how did it go. So until then, keep on subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button, turn on notification, and follow us on our social media platforms, Financial Wellness Center. So goodbye and let's keep living financially healthy.
Bye-bye.